Hey everybody, hope y'all are doing well out there. I just got done recording 5 new videos for the Patreon Mbira group. So if you want to come and learn Mbira here online, come on over to Patreon. You go to patreon.com/Mbira, and I have hundreds and hundreds of Mbira lessons for all levels. Um, Lessons are $20 a month, and you access everything that's in the library. And I do have subsidized lesson prices as well as free lessons for Zimbabweans that are currently living in Zimbabwe. So feel free to email me at joel@rattletree.com if that applies to you. And otherwise, head on over to Patreon and check it out. So the lessons I did now, let's see. 3 of the songs we're working on are Nucci, Karimudande, and Mbirimo. And I'm looking at my little book here. So for Nucci, I showed a high line and a bass variation. And yeah, they're cool because the high line, Nucci is a really interesting song because it uses a lot of sort of triadic kind of stuff. It bounces around a lot, and you have a lot of these sort of split melodies that are happening. So a lot of interweaving going on as far as your substitutions. Nucci sort of lends itself to doing some thirds substitutions, which is pretty unusual for this style of music. But we look into that a little bit, especially in that bass variation. And then on the high line, we definitely stretch our fingers a lot because you have a lot of stuff that's happening with the right hand thumb as well as the right hand index finger as you get your descending high lines. So those two were really fun. On Karimudande, we also worked on a high line on that. And again, that's a pretty advanced one because it's the together, all the fingers are together, kind of like on Karigomombe, for example, but we have this descending high line where again you have this the right thumb that's kind of like creating these resultant melodies against the upper left hand melodies, and it's a tricky one, a lot of wide stretching and all that. So I look forward to the people on Patreon getting their fingers stretched out for that tune. We also worked on some singing for Karimudande, the basic Kushaura singing stuff that Matimai taught me. That'll get us started, at least as you're playing, you'll be able to kind of sing the basic pattern and a little bit of Mahonyera, the vocalizations as well. And then on Mbirimo, we started working on Kutsunita. Mbirimo's a Kore style song, and so I tend to view Kutsunita really differently in that style. So we look at taking the rhythms, doing some sort of halftime feel against the fast 12/8. So you have kind of this fast 12/8 feel. You have a halftime version of that, as well as your slower kind of 3/4 stuff that the chorus vocals are doing. So when you're playing Kutsunita, there's a lot to work with. And we talk about how my experience was playing Kushaura with Matimai and sort of how that has informed the way that I view Kutsunita, especially on this style. So we look into that in the lesson as well. So yeah, again, if you're interested in any of those things, please come over to patreon.com/Mbira and check it out.